Okay guys, welcome back to the PGA Tour Career mode. We're in season 4. We've not played well the last couple of games, to be honest. We've kind of been a bit, not really, I wouldn't say we couldn't be bothered, but I just haven't played well. And there's been no commentary since, I think, the US Open. I think we played about 2 tournaments or something. So here we are. We're at the, I keep calling it the British Open because that's what it used to be called. But the Open Championship at St Andrews. Probably the easiest course, to be honest. It's not as difficult. It's got some really good holes. I mean, the 17th, the road hole is fantastic. Really difficult hole, but you know, with the large greens at St Andrews, it can be easy. Even with the wind, sometimes it helps you. You can get on greens in one. So St Andrews is not the hardest. I'll say that. We were thinking of playing quick rounds, but well, you know, the Grand Slam is on. I don't think you get a trophy for doing the Grand Slam. Excuse me. But we're going to play full rounds basically.
Frank, when you come to the old course at St Andrews for the Open Championship,
here we go.
you can just about hear the legends whisper.
Hopefully get a bit of form back.
Many of the
place
greats have made their
better.
mark right here.
It's the oldest, it's the best, and it's the one course that everybody, no matter
There
where
we
they're
go.
born, wants
Berger
to play.
5 under,
Every great
Matsuyama
player
4,
has played
Henley
St
4,
Andrews, and
Reed Fowler
that will
3
be
under.
well in advance after our time, which is just something special. And when you see it,
Like, wind's enough
and
easier,
play
so
it,
I could probably actually
it's
hit
a
driver.
nice.
Looks good.
It's a decent drive down the first.
Frank couldn't
We'll
ask
do
for anything
again, we'll do the injury
Sitting
system,
up like it's teed up.
the FG count, the second round in case we miss the cut. If we're actually well
Frank,
under
on the
par, we
second
probably
shot
won't
here at
actually
this
bother doing
first
it.
hole,
It just
a
really
player
depends
will
if we're
get
kind
a
of close
good
to the cut.
sense of the winds here and how they can play a role at the old course.
And they'll also get a good sense of exactly how punishing this golf course can be, and with such the smallest things. For example,
Get up.
that burn is only about 3 or 4 yards across.
Shot there.
It is punishing, to say the least.
On the green, a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
11 inches up. Wow, it's quite a lot. Another yawn there. Right, I see a bit of break. I see. And you just soaps just after the hole. It's easy. I was going to say, if it doesn't get in the hole, it could run by the hole quite a bit.
Frank, the good players continue to play
First hole, we
good
got
golf,
above it.
even if they're not winning or in the top
I'm
five.
going to check.
Position's starting to look a little
I'll get
brighter
the
than what it
options
was
here.
at the beginning of the day.
I just
Now in
want to
the top
check my
25.
settings. We're on tour, right? I'll change that to the advanced, hard, off, no beads, off, on, advanced, on, off. I'll change it to that.
Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
Right, the wind's going to be a
In the
little
second
bit
hole,
tricky in this
especially with
course
the
today.
prevailing breeze and
And
today's
it's
weather
coming
equipment, the
across,
odd
so
player
it's
has
a bit
actually
of a.
driven this green, but
might
you
actually
really
come
see
back.
the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers.
Usually if the wind's like behind it and
Left is
when you're
always the
in
safe
front,
side of the golf course. This is
you get
the best
kind
line
of
to
get
play
an
your second
advantage.
shot from. On the whole golf course,
Oh,
it's
excuse me,
always
but the wind's
right
at the side.
and we see that here at the second.
And this attempt will
Actually
be
had
from
the green
about
shafts for
130
the
yards.
for the Masters weekend. 8, 10 and 8 miles per hour. 129, 3 foot up. Maybe just go a couple of extra yards. Does it
Seems to
spin?
like it.
Get up.
That part of the green.
Just drifting down that slope.
Not too bad. About 25 feet away. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
It's hard to see. It looks foot up. So 26, 36, probably near 38 or 37. It's quite straight.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Not a lot of break.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
It's a par.
Well, not in contention, but in for par.
Yes, I mean Spieth just. I think he knows it. I mean he was quite still graceful in defeat, but you could see that it was painful for him. He knew that he'd thrown it away.
If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, then it's worse.
I mean he played okay. You know, he got to about 7 under par. Quite a few in front, and he just 12th holes is notorious for making mistakes, but somebody of his caliber just to kind of just play a bad shot. I mean, as I say, his tee shot was bad. It was a poor shot, but his pitch, his first drop shot that he played was absolutely horrendous. I mean, it was almost like a kind of Sunday hacker or kind of midday hacker sort of shot. I mean, he just caught it so far. It was quite scary, actually. Just a bite.
Not quite directly in line.
Didn't really get enough
Just drifting a bit to the
of
right.
the alignment. We could have went over a couple of bit. A few yards over.
It's that sneaky distance.
Yeah, so the Grand Slam is on, basically. We've got a chance to win. I think it goes slightly outside there, maybe. 5. I'll get to it there. Oh, they come back nice. What a putt. Yeah, loved it. 200. Yeah, so we won the US Open was the last major. I think it was about 2 events ago. Dustin Johnson absolutely just collapsed the last round, which is kind of usual for him.
The ultimate of professional, doing exactly what you should do on a day like today.
And we played pretty solid. I think we finished 5 under par. So we had a 4 under round, 66. So we played well.
Good lie. Good chance to attack the pin.
I mean, I predicted that Johnson would not get another under par round because he'd had basically 3. So we kind of said, well, he's basically not going to play well. But how bad he was going to play, we weren't sure, but we knew he was going to drop strokes. Oh, bite. So we kind of knew he was going to come back to the field.
Everyone else is going to say, except him.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to.
And I knew that
business.
like 5 under par was a kind of target that I had in my head, and I basically said if we can get to 5 under, you know, I didn't think we'd maybe had a chance of winning, but I'd probably say that we wouldn't be far behind, dependent on Dustin Johnson's collapse. You know, if he comes back to a certain point, then yeah, we could have a good chance. I thought that was a wee bit more actually. Just drifted by the hole.
Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed.
Gave it a good run at the hole.
These putts keep the round together.
And did that break after it? Damn, I should have watched it. It looks as if there's a little bit. That's a part. Keeps
Nice
it 2
par
under.
to remain at 2 under.
So you know, it was good. It was good to win
Par
that
fives,
tournament.
this is where
A bit
players
of a
look to
kind
make the
of.
move
It's
in a
not the way I
major
like to win it, where
championship. How
you
does
get
this fifth hole
where you
par five
finish
measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the
and the other
bunkers,
guy's still out the
this
course
is
with maybe
actually
like
left
4
and
holes or so
right,
to play.
but, especially that little group of
'Cause
3 bunkers, then it
there's
sets
a
up
lot
well.
can
It'll be a
happen,
blind
but
second shot.
Johnson
But
didn't
you
make
try
any
and
birdies
guide
up
your second shot
the
between
last
2 bunkers
4
that
holes,
are
I
in
think.
front of you, which are called the spectacles.
And we basically won it.
Long drive.
So we finally won the US Open in the hardest settings. I mean, I could probably win it quite easy on
You'll need to be strong with
like
this.
arcade or you know setting like that, but I've played it on the hardest. Because you still see a lot of people play this on the blue arc or the arcade setting, which it's kind of disappointing sometimes. You know, I just find it's a better game in this kind of setting. And you see people playing with that blue arc, and it's just I would really haven't taken that wind into consideration of the slope, maybe.
That one was running so
But I always
hot.
won, but it's a par 5, so
Frank, you always talk about it.
check my
Don't
putt for
compound the mistakes.
birthday.
Here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit.
Get up.
Well, that's what separates a good player
Getting in really
from the
close,
great
but
players. The ability to get it
kind of a
that
putt
close
for-
from that kind of lie.
for a
This is a
birthday.
9-footer.
Slight bit of break, I think. Outside left, probably. I might even bring that back just a bit. Three under par.
You can see why this
Moving along
player has
nicely.
been compared to a young
As I
Rory
say,
McIlroy.
British,
Future golfer
the Open
making birdie and
Championships
now
at Andrews,
sitting comfortably
to me, is the
inside that cut line.
easiest
Moving
course.
on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace.
I mean,
of
we
golf.
haven't-
This hole shares the green
We haven't
with
actually
the
lost
12th.
an
How do
Open
you work your
Championship
way
yet.
around this hole, Frank?
We've been the champion
Some
from the
sort of tee
start.
shot, 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left centre of the fairway. And a
So
series
this will
of
be
bunkers
4 in a
to the
row
right.
if we win this.
So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the
This
pin.
should be, is this the
He has
6th
all those
hole?
options
This
now.
will be the
That ball
last.
sitting up, you can bring it in high, you
Par
can bring it
A.
in low. The choice is
So-
yours.
Can we finish with a birdie? Little kind of 3/4
This one just
shot.
starts
Bite,
right at
bite!
flag.
On the dance floor here at the 6th.
It's close, but it's
Still
not.
a pretty hard putt coming
not
up.
mega
about
close.
30 feet away. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for
It
birdie.
looks as if it slopes a little bit, but it's not much, I don't think. I'm 2 inches up, so probably perfect for length. I just wasn't. Whoa.
Very well.
I think I've played that
Almost
putt
made it.
before, and I've played
Yeah,
it.
there'll be no stress
It's
for the
been
next
really
one.
quite straight, and I did see the break
This one
there, but I
just
just
requires a little bit of focus.
I didn't think it was as much.
Ooh, that hurts.
Oh my god.
Just hammered that par putt.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right
I moved-
there, but, he better
I
wake
moved
up in a
that
hurry, 'cause if
putt
this one
just a
doesn't
little
go in,
bit.
That score's going to rack up very quickly.
But I couldn't really see it. No, that's pretty poor to finish. Well guys, that concludes the opening part of the first round of the Open Championship, the third major. We're 2 under
Continuing
par.
from the oldest championship in
So
the game,
playing,
it's the
well,
Open
playing okay,
Championship at the old
except for
course
that
at
last
St.
putt there,
Andrews.
which was a
Here's
bit
the 7th hole now,
embarrassing.
Frank.
So
You try and hit your tee shot
hit
over
subscribe
a
if you haven't done so
little,
already,
stone. It's called the
and I will
March
see
stone.
you
That's
for the
a
next
good
video
line for,
coming
like,
up
left
soon.
of centre.
See you later. Thanks for watching.
Well, if you can just
Bye.
work it off that, good tee shot. You're only going to have a